and we are getting completely blown away here. It is windy. Let me see if I can shield my gimbal from the wind here. It is Tuesday, March 2nd. I'm getting sprayed with freezing water, and it's as windy as I have ever streamed it here. It's Tuesday, March 2nd. What time is it? 5:23 p.m. and the temperature, I don't know, -6, -7. Hello, Jennifer. All right, so it looks like my streaming settings didn't kick in. So I might have to put this down for a second. Hello, Tom. Hello, Richard. Cindy. Susan. Hello from Belgium. Man, I'm about to get blown away here. Hopefully the quality is good. I'm down here at the end of Polson Pier. Hello, Michelle and Boris. I need to put my camera down and check the settings. Hello, Mark. But if I do, the damn thing's just gonna blow over. So I don't really know what to do here. I am not holding my gimbal sideways. That is the wind, folks. I thought it would be a good idea to come down here as the sun was setting, as I know this is a spectacular view I haven't yet streamed from. Let me just endure some more wind. All right, I'm gonna go for it here. I will not be able to see the chat for a second, guys. Bear with me. I gotta pull out the second phone. I should have just gone down to Cherry Beach. But man, I am cold. So what I'll do is, it's so windy here, I'll walk down to Cherry Beach. And we'll take a look from there. And then I'll turn around and walk back into the city. But I'm just double checking my settings now, because I don't think this thing set up correctly. Oh, it did. All right. Let me see if I can put my my right glove back on. Whoa, there goes. That was the wind. That was definitely the wind. This is ridiculous. They don't make a gimbal strong enough for this probably. Hello, Peter. Oh, I just got a face full of ice cold water. Yeah, and it was super annoying to get down here. I had to walk all the way up Cherry Street. Look at this. This weak gimbal. I'm trying not to get blown over here. Jody is roughing it. This is easily the windiest I've ever streamed from. Hello, Kohana. Mike Landry, $5. Thank you, Mike Landry. And you guys might recall in an earlier stream, Mike super chatted for a transit pass. So thank you, Mike. You're the reason I was able to get part of the way down here, and I came the rest on foot, but jeez. I cannot keep my gimbal straight. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to shield the microphone from the wind. Sorry, guys. This is my first time ever streaming out in these conditions, but hopefully the view was worth it. There's a look at the islands. Yeah, I should have brought my my other gimbal. We'll take a look at this. Now I'm going to head towards the club here. Hello, Michael Nguyen. All right, guys, it should be much less windy once I get away from the water here. Mick M, $5. Thank you, Mick M. I'm fighting my gimbal. Okay, let's take a last look at this incredible view here. All right, and away from the waves. I should have a much better control over my equipment, at least until I get to Cherry Beach. Johnny struggles. This might have been a really good time to bring my Smooth X gimbal. Here's Rebel. I think this used to be the docks. I think this is where I saw DJ Tiesto way back when. But thanks for bearing with me on that very frozen look at the skyline. I snapped a few pictures, so in addition to the thumbnail for this video, I imagine I'll be posting something on Instagram. Johnny in the wind. When they sell you a gimbal, they don't tell you that it's no good in the wind. That's okay. And we are in the midst of what might very well be the largest construction project in the history of Canada. They are building a huge community out here on Villiers Island. Commissioner Street is closed. Maybe I can let you guys, whoops, my gimbal is not too happy. It's telling me to rotate the screen. I'm trying to rotate, there we go. Sorry about that, it's a blue hat kind of day. So we're gonna head to Cherry Street, and then I'm gonna walk north to Cherry Beach, and we'll take in the view from the waterfront. The sun is starting to go down. I'm gonna give my gimbal here a little more clearance on the microphone. Peter Stock says it's summer warm here already. Today is almost 90 degrees. Yes, Action Kid is down in Florida enjoying that amazing weather, and here I am in the frozen Great White North. Hit some golf balls. Yeah, there's a driving range and drive-in down here. So we shouldn't be too far from Cherry Beach. I'm also scouting a regular video. I was thinking of doing a walking video down here earlier today, but I was feeling lazy, so I just went up the pedestrian bridge over Pape Avenue, and then I checked out the mansion where they filmed the movie It in 2017. So that'll be on tap for tomorrow's video. Did they shut down the go-karts? I think they did. All the fun. This used to be the Docks Entertainment area. There's the drive-in movie theater, which I don't think is operational. Although drive-in movies are starting up again all over the GTA. Susan asks.
Johnny's right?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Oh, hello.
I watch all your streams.
Awesome.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing good.
You going to take in the view?
Yeah.
Oh, it's windy. You'll get blown over.
You're right?
Yeah, Polson. It's crazy.
Am I going to come on a stream break?
I'm streaming right now. All right, cheers. Wow. I'm way out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I took my mask off when I got off the bus. Whoa, look at my shadow. So I didn't think he'd want to get that close to me, but he was wearing a mask, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, no more view of the skyline. All right, let's head over and up to Cherry Beach. I don't think when I'm walking down Cherry Beach or Cherry Street, I'll come back to that viewpoint just because I'm quite traumatized by my gimbal blowing around there. But they're building an entire community here. And it's going to be an island. They're basically funneling the Don River through it. It's called Villiers Island. There's a few historical buildings that are being preserved, but pretty much everything else will be brand spanking new. How close am I to the Portlands? The Portlands is just over there. I technically don't know if this is considered the Portlands, and you're right, Susan, just to the south of here used to be a big Asian supermarket, TNT, that was purchased by Loblaws and then closed down by Loblaws. Here we go, there's a drive-in theater, an outdoor soccer league, Cabana pool bar, and Rebel. You gotta wonder if these two places will be opening. Probably not this spring, but maybe in the summer. They'll get the green light. Cabana is very, very expensive. Bevy says the new bridge over there was built down here in Dartmouth. Yes, there's 4 new bridges. And there it is way off in the distance, that white bridge. I can't pinch to zoom it because I got my glove on, but we will be walking south by that bridge. So they're installing 4 of them in total. And there are plans to add a few more as needed. And they're being designed in a way that will accommodate LRT or streetcars. And there's where the drive-in movie theater is, obviously. So we're a little bit off the usual beaten path today. So now we're heading north to Cherry Beach, and I've only ever included Cherry Beach on a bicycle video before, not on a regular video. So if you're curious about what's going on over here, just Google Villiers Island, Toronto. It'll be a way better source of information than whatever tidbits I'm able to remember. And this bridge will be gone soon. So there's a look into the biggest construction site in Toronto, probably in the history of Toronto. Johnny didn't show us the AW combo. No, Susan, I was not thinking straight. I could have at least done the bonus footage at the end, but it is what it is. I think it's still a fun little video. Jeanette in the house. Hello, Jeanette. I have not blown away yet. Yeah, and what's crazy is I've got the microphone tucked into my sweater. Vivian, we are near the south end of Cherry Street. Very, very close to Cherry Beach. I started with a spectacular but windy view of the skyline. I'm definitely going to have to come back here, but conditions have calmed down a bit, so I'm going to go wander around the beach a bit, and then we're going to head south into the city. I'm going to get myself a nice warm meal. Is there no traffic here? Oh man, here's a nice view, and it's not so windy. Hello from Sarajevo. The wind noise made you deaf. Oh, you know what? I can't use my pointing stick. The little rubber nub blew off of it. So sadly, we'll find a recycling bin to drop this. Johnny needs a cat's tail for that. I don't think a wind muff will do any good in that kind of wind. Joey Jojo Shabadoo in the house. All right, I'm gonna take off the left glove since I no longer have my pointing instrument. Let's do a selfie. Can I get the sun in here? Ooh, that's probably a little too much for this front camera. Ooh, that's a stunning view though. Johnny, Toronto legend. Susan says nice view, but her eyes are hurting. All right, maybe her screen is pushing 1,000 nits. That car sounds like it's just skidding down the street. So in a couple of minutes, we'll be at Cherry Beach itself. I could walk east over to Tommy Thompson Park. There's a nice trail, but I don't really feel like embarking on that particular trek today. And there's not a whole lot to see. It's just kind of a pretty basic view the whole way. So I'm going to make the walk south down Cherry Street once we get, or north, up it. For some reason, I think I'm going north right now when I'm going south. Kohana's mom's name is Cherry. Yeah, that's more of a bike ride. The Royal Canadian Yacht Club. So those are a bunch of fancy yachts we hear clanging around in the wind. No snow today? No, we had a few days where it was well above zero. So we had a lot of snow that melted. You suppose there's a lot of wind because of the noise on the microphone? Yes, you would suppose correctly. You know what? Let me try something here with the microphone. Let me know how this sounds. Does that sound better? What I did was I stuck the microphone inside my sweater and my shirt. So hopefully that gives us a bit more. Ooh, what's this? A feral cat. Meow. Come on, buddy. Hopefully this gives us a bit more protection. The downside is now my chest is exposed to wind because I unzipped my jacket, but oh well. Thank you for confirming, Mike. We've fixed that sound. What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. I'm feeling like Thai food. Feels like a night to go home and order some Thai. Thanks for confirming that by making myself cold, we have improved the sound. This is Unwin, the street, and you can take this over to the eastern entrance to Tommy Thompson Park, and they built what they call the Unwin Connector, which is a little path that connects Tommy Thompson basically to a bike path that connects over to Cherry Beach, which is where we're heading to. BB Plop says all that takeout has mega salt and fat. Well, put me in a camp that thinks that fat is not bad for you. Too much salt, bad for you, but when you walk 30,000 steps a day, whoa, look at that thing. There's like a parasailing chute flapping around out there. Let's go see what that is. Is that a kite? Just whipping around? Oh, there's someone on the water with that thing. I'm glad the wind sounds better. Brianna, that's neat. Yeah, there's somebody out on the water. Let's go see what that's all about. So back in the summer, when people were having mini COVID parties in the public, one of the places that was heavily criticized was Trinity Bellwoods in West Queen West, but another place was Cherry Beach. There were some larger than permitted gatherings and parties. And it's got kind of a campy cottage vibe to it. Usually this area over here, there's a lot of people barbecuing. But let's get over to the water. I think that's the most interesting part. Didn't two guys with chainsaws go running down Cherry Beach? I don't know, Susan, Google it for me. What do you call this when you're, oh, his thing just, this guy must have a hell of a wetsuit on. There's a few of these knuckleheads out there. So here we go. Welcome to Cherry Beach. Proud to fly the blue flag. Parasailing, that's it. Sorry, my brain's a little frozen. How do you not get hypothermia doing that? Vivian says braver than she is or ever was. Kite surfing, not parasailing. Or, oh, parasailing's when a boat pulls you, right? Let's just walk around the beach for a bit. We came all the way up here, so we might as well spend a little bit of time. What's the weather in Toronto? It's frickin' cold. Although the walk I recorded this morning or afternoon was -6 and it wasn't windy. So I didn't feel that cold. But down here, it's definitely cold. And there's some sports fields they built. They wanted to use them for a FIFA tournament, I think under 16 or something, but the soil was deemed to be too contaminated. And the Toronto FC practiced out there for a bit. I won't be going that far. Hopefully the picture and audio are better now. Jack Bundle, disappointed there's no chainsaw guys. Natalie has goosebumps just watching. Jenny says the sounds of the waves is really nice, but not my voice. The view looks underdeveloped. Oh man, I've got the wind to my back. I'm not looking forward to turning around and walking to the other side. I put Susan to sleep. What are those large white rocks? I believe they're ice. Uh-oh. The extreme wind is back and my gimbal cannot withstand. It is spinning around. Jeez. Jeez, that's not a word. Guys, I'm literally spinning around trying to control my gimbal. Note to self, do not bring this gimbal out in windy conditions anymore. All right, let's walk directly into the wind. Oh yeah, my got your flip-flops on. No, we've got our Under Armours on with our trusty new $25 Amazon skinny stretch jeans. How cold is it? Oh, it's about -1,000,000. This is Cherry Beach. Jeanette, $15. The view is beautiful. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you very much for the super. And again, thanks to Mike. I've already used the heck out of that transit pass. I'm trying my best to shield the microphone. What's the difference between a gimbal and a selfie stick? A selfie stick does not stabilize. Gimbals will stabilize either 2, 3, or 4 axes. Axes? Is that a word? Wouldn't you just say axis? My face looks red. Maybe I'll just put this hood up. There we go. And I've got the microphone completely shielded now. Let me know if you guys can't hear me because I've got the mic under several layers. So hopefully that keeps the wind out. Thank you, Ryan R. Make sure I put these jeans in the affiliate links. Look at the sand blowing at me. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but I am walking straight into a face full of blowing sand. Oh, my eyes are getting full of it too. I need those Ken Continuum glasses. Yeah, yesterday's wind was like this, only in the middle of the city. That was nuts. Maybe I can get some shielding from the wind beside this hoose. Eva says, how far is this place? Oh, we're about a good, what, 50-minute walk or so to Front Street. I found a reprieve from the wind. All I need is this thing to block me. Whew. All right, guys, I'm just gonna take a little break right here for a minute or so and enjoy this wind-free spot. Am I in Niagara Falls? No. I am actually born in Brampton, grew up in Port Credit, but currently live at Yonge and Eglinton. All right, guys, I'm just gonna check my other phone for a second here. We'll take in a golden hour ASMR. Are you far away from downtown Toronto? No, I am not far away. We're actually going to be walking into the southeastern part of downtown Toronto. We're actually going to be walking into the southeastern part of downtown Toronto. We're actually going to be walking into the southeastern part of downtown Toronto. Yahia, thank you, Yahia, for the super. Let me refocus the camera there. Yahia, thank you, Yahia. I don't feel like risking going down here. Do you have unlimited data? No, I have 100 gigabytes. But I don't think I will come close to that on this cycle, so maybe I will pick up the streaming. I might stream tomorrow. Jenny K says, don't be stupid. Apparently, Jenny K has never watched one of my videos before. Don't be stupid. Do you know who you're talking to? In that department, very few people can hold a candle to this guy. All right, let's go see what the windy side is like. Oh man, what a difference. I'm immediately getting smacked with wind as soon as I came to this side. This is for a nice snack and for a nice drink out here. Thank you. I will do just that. Polar bear dip, says Jack. Man, that sky is fantastic. All right, guys, we're gonna stay around this beach for a few minutes. Don't be a wimp. There are people surfing out there, yes, and they're wearing very expensive suits that are designed for these conditions. And I'm wearing a very cheap H&M jacket. So I don't think I'm a boot to go out there. There's a pathway out here. I have golden skies. I have not streamed from the bluffs. But there's a big leash-free zone just up ahead. And here are the nuts that were out on the lake. Marie, $5, thank you. Sorry, I gotta reset my gimbal again. So here's a monstrous leash-free zone for the doggos. It's also conveniently a bit shielded from the wind. Colette is in the house. I can't even remember if I said hi to you a minute ago. Starfire 3, thanks for the ASMR and nice scenic view. Well, I think I spoiled the ASMR by talking. But thank you very much, Starfire, for the $5. So this is an enormous leash-free zone. This is the only beach in southern Ontario that is public. I would say no, Christos. How can they surf in the freezing water? Yes, Woodbine has a massive dog park area. actually. But there is the leash-free part of the beach just over there. Hey, I'm not opposed to dogs taking over Toronto. I'm sure they'd make better decisions than some of the people we have in charge. Transwave says, how far from downtown? Not too far, actually. I will be turning around and walking south into downtown very shortly. As from this angle, we will not be able to catch that sunset. Hello, funny dog. Swiss chalet sauce is St. Hubert sauce. Ooh, those are two different sauces of excellence. Johnny, where did you live when you were in Korea? I lived at Gangnam-yeok, Ilbun Chogu. And then Opistel. And before that, I lived at Shingamho, which is in the Gumho-dong area, close to Oksu. Do you have a drone? No, I don't, but this might be one of the few places where drones are legal to fly in Toronto. You need a permit if you're too close to a building, and it's pretty much impossible to find a spot in the city where it's legal. Susan can't wait to visit Korea when this is over, and Taiwan. Those are both fabulous countries. Do you think we'd be out of lockdown on March 8th? I hope so. If Toronto doesn't go straight into the red zone, I think there will be riots. But don't put me on record for saying that. I don't want to fine for organizing them. Do we observe daylight savings time? Yes, we do. All right, guys, do you want to go see the water one more time, or do you want to start heading south? Dylan Reynolds. Oh, that guy's got a GoPro.
Where do you want me to stay?
Brian says you can't fly anything in parks and such. Don't get your info from me, folks. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Heading south. Oh, did I say south? I think I meant north. My north and south is reversed in my head for some reason. We'll take one more look at the waterfront. The wind has seemed to die down, and then we're going to begin the sunsetty long walk down Cherry Street. Yeah, my north and south are broken. Bill Chow, yes, that was originally going to be just a walk up Christie Street, but I thought I would dangle a really nice neighborhood at the start of that video, even though I do Koreatown a lot. I thought before we get to Christie, we would do some Bloor Street between Bathurst and Christie Station. We will be going up Cherry Street. Sorry, guys. I've only been corrected on that 100,000 times, rightfully so. Colette says this was a nice change. Yeah, it's kind of... I was at the beaches the other night and people seem to appreciate it, as well as that stream through Humber Bay. So from every now and then we'll come down here. One of the first streams I did was down in the beaches. It was nice to hear the waves. Wendy says this looks like Cape Cod. A little slice of Cape Cod. Oh, is this guy going out? Man, you could not pay me enough to do this. Tom says can't get across the border though. Maybe he could kite surf over the border. Dylan, I saw my walk around do a Pickering video and I immediately thought of you, buddy. Now that he's done it, I guess I don't have to. So thank you, my walk around. Are there any porta potties there? There is a washroom that was upgraded. There was an old washroom and the city renovated it. Is the US on the other side? It is. Funny Dog, for some Loblaws peanut butter cookies. He's on his 4th one now. Awesome. Thank you, Funny Dog. I might have to turn that into a Craig's cookie and forego your fancy president's choice, but thank you very much, Funny Dog. I'll be sure to have that with a shot of hooch. Lauren says the washroom. Yeah, there are some porta potties, and there's a change facility as well that the city put in not too long ago. Oh. Okay, let's go get a look at the skyline. Look at the sky. I think we could be in for an award-winning skyline shot. So I will be ready to pull my other phone out. There's one last look at the spectacular colors. So thank you guys for enjoying the trip to Cherry Beach. And now we go north through a massive scale construction site. And we're going to be walking through it for quite a while. But there'll be some fabulous vistas along the way, and we'll check out one of those new bridges that was constructed near Bevy. And this is officially Cherry Beach, Clark Beach Park. Boy from New York says tomorrow will hit 8 degrees. If you are talking in Fahrenheit, that is terrifying. If you're talking in Celsius, that's very pleasant. I read that we are in for an unseasonably warm spring. So hopefully that's good news. Well, it's definitely good news for me because my apartment has geniusly decided to redo the balconies this summer, the last summer of a pandemic. And they're like, we're going to make it loud and noisy all summer long and not give you a place to go outside. So hopefully if the weather's nice and warm, more people will be able to leave the confines of their home. They really ought to put in a sidewalk here rather than this shared trail. I really hate this design. As a cyclist, it drives me nuts when people walk down these. But at the same time, if you're a pedestrian, where else are you going to walk? Chalk this up to hashtag bad design. Or as us old people like to call it, a pound sign. So just up ahead, we should get that nice view of the skyline again. And if it weren't for all this construction, we'd have a spectacular view of the skyline the whole way down. Lauren says the place on the right builds cool ship container space. Giant. See, we got 3 people on their bikes.
I think they really, I know, like,
it's hard to believe pretty soon this will just be a big community where people live. But one of the reasons why I wanted to walk down or walk up Cherry Street was to get this view. But I didn't realize the construction had obscured so much of it. But we can still see the skyline. Any plans? University of Toronto, Scarborough? I can't say I have any plans to do that, but I will also not rule that out. This would be a good thumbnail. Yeah, I might put my phone down on the bridge up here and take out my other phone and just snap a few pictures, if you guys don't mind. UTSC is boring. Man, I feel like I'm in a movie with this guy. There's a police car. We probably got to complain about some creep with a smartphone streaming from the beach. Jack says pink sky means it's going to be nice tomorrow. I'm just so glad it's still light out. The days have definitely got a lot longer. But I gotta cross over here because here's one of the few unobstructed views I'm going to have. My mic sounds like a can. I've got it underneath so many layers of clothes to shield it from the wind. It's still extremely windy right now. Unless you're referring to the clanging of these yachts. All right, guys, I'm going to put my phone down just for a second. Maybe I can position it in such a way that you can still see the skyline. Let me get the stupid stand in. And I'm going to attempt to get a spectacular view here for a picture. Let's see. All right, that's as good as we can get. Sorry guys, I'm not going to be able to see your messages for a little bit. Johnny is Instagramming right now. Ooh, I took my gloves off. It is cold. Holy Toledo. These look, as Borat would say, very nice. Sorry guys, again, I cannot see your messages at all. Let's get out of that silly. These might be my favorite pictures I've ever taken in my life. Let's zoom in a bit. That looks utterly spectacular. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna put my gloves back on. Oh no. I did not realize the gimbal screwed up. Sorry about that, guys. This is probably the nicest vista I've ever recorded on a live stream. I think Riverdale is still a nicer view, but at the same time, I haven't had this kind of shot. Okay, I'm trying to put my gloves on now. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the phone steady. I almost don't want to walk away, because as soon as we start walking away, we're gonna lose the shot. And I think, uh-oh, I dropped my glove. I think this is probably better than the view at Polson Pier, because over there, it would just be redonkulously windy. Some people are saying not horizontal. It's horizontal to me. Maybe you guys are just on a delay. Get as many pics as you can. Oh, I'm not going to take my gloves out. Have you ever seen it that spectacular?
It's nuts. It feels like it's like a ceiling.
Yeah. My phone is kind of pushing the pink a little too much, but it's still nice. All right, we have hit the extreme wind. But welcome to all right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take one more picture here. I don't know anything about this boat. Try a selfie. Well, my nose is kind of running. I don't want to out. Yeah, it's not as good. I think my my stupid face ruins the shot. Say cheese. Woo! Do you have Instagram? Yes. Just go to Instagram and type Johnny Strides. I will probably, whoa, look at that water. That's crazy. That in itself is absolutely gorgeous in person. But if you want to see what that golden hour shot would look like, check out my Instagram. I might update the thumbnail on this video to be one of those pictures as well. Whoa, the extreme winds are back. Let me go over to the other side of the road here, because the sidewalk ends and I think the wind will be a little better over here. Whoops, I spoke too soon. As soon as I got back, my gimbal blew around. Do I have a professional camera? No. Well, I guess any camera is a professional camera if you get paid to take a shot with it. That's what the word professional means. Technically, I'm a professional videographer, right? Not a very good one. But that's the definition of being professional. And look at this stupid design. Here we have a sidewalk. Bloom, multi-purpose trail. Where do the pedestrians go? I guess this is all a moot point soon, because when they build Villiers Island here, they will probably address all of these concerns. You'd hope they would. So there is the driving range and the drive-in movie theater. Oh, that lady waved. That was nice of her. Now we begin our trek to downtown, but we will be going by one of the new bridges constructed in Nova Scotia. Yeah, I'm not going to walk down Polson again. It's just too dang windy. The view is unbelievable, but I think it'll be hard to top the view we just had. Apparently it's 6:25. Whew, look at it is blowing sand all around. Yeah, Sugar Beach isn't really a beach though, right? It's a fake. It's kind of neat, but there's not much naturalness there, if that's a word to explore. It's really more the kind of place you would take a book and sit down if you didn't feel like actually escaping the city. How is it the roads of Toronto are so destroyed? This is an incredibly huge scale construction project. They're building a gigantic neighborhood out there, and they're turning this into an island that'll be surrounded by essentially the Don River. Ooh, there's a nice view of the city. So I would hold back on criticizing the roads around here. It doesn't really make any sense to keep them in perfect condition. Will they have a casino here? Well, if Doug Ford had his way, they would. I don't really mind if they do. CL, is that 5,000 won? Thank you so much for the awesome view. Stay warm. Thank you, CL, for the Ochanwan. All right, it looks like we hit that bridge when the sky was at peak spectacular. When is the next hangout? Oh, on StumbleStream? I don't really know. It might be tomorrow. It depends. If I stream on this channel, I won't. It's just exhausting doing two in one day. Hey, look, a sidewalk appears. Here's some more stupid design. Let's put the pedestrians right next to the road and the cyclists over there. But I might do a stream tomorrow. Like I said earlier, I'm completely random with these things. Video 4K, please. I will probably do a sunset walk down this street at some point. And hopefully I can catch it at the same time, and I'll bring the higher quality Pocket 2 camera with me. Take some rest, Johnny, we could wait. Have you ever met 4K? I have. Is there going to be a live stream soon? Bevy, there's a good question for you. Here is the I almost said Cherry Street BBQ. I'm keeping the camera angled on the city just because there's not a whole lot to see on the right. So if you are in Toronto and you want to get down here, you can no longer take the bus to Commissioners and Cherry Street, but you can take the 72 bus to this intersection up ahead, which is Villiers and Cherry. Or you could take the 72B, which swings by here as well, or the 72C, which stops about a 7 or 8 minute walk to the east of here. And the thing is, those buses are usually about 8-9 minutes apart. So if you're coming from Pape Station, I would just get on whatever bus is next, because if it's the C, it stops further away, but by the time you walk here, you will have beaten when the B or regular bus got here anyways. So here's Villiers. And I think I want to be on the other side of the bridge here. I did a bike ride 2 summers ago, and when I got to here, the Cherry Street Bridge was stuck in position, so you could not cross it. It's kind of like, I don't know the correct term. I don't think drawbridge is the right term, but it raises. And I think it was stuck for a good part of the summer, so you couldn't cross it. But now we are getting into downtown. And Bevy, are you ready to check out the new bridge? Designed in Nova Scotia, or built in Nova Scotia, designed by some Italian firm or Spanish. Mike Landry, $10 to get something to eat. I'll possibly be sending you a PayPal. Stay tuned. Thank you, Mike Landry. Thank you very much, Mike Landry. Have a good night, Susan. I'm going to try to take a picture here without dropping my phone. And there are 4 of these bridges in total to be installed, and then a few more on the way. No, the bridge is not yet connected. George Hahn, $13.99. Thank you, George. Oh, sorry guys, the wind is super extreme right now. Oh, my gimbal just gave up the ghost. Sorry, I gotta reset the gimbal. Man, This gimbal, she cannot handle the wind. And the stupid thing is, I bought another gimbal that has a stronger motor, and I didn't think to bring that one today. Why did they put the new bridge in? I think part of the reason is this bridge is really old and it's a bit of a nightmare and it needs to be replaced. And they also want to have some streetcar connections that come over. So I think the new bridges are designed to accommodate LRT and streetcars. I might be wrong on that. The gimbal must be punished tonight. You know what? That 2-axis gimbal I bought would probably perform a lot better. They are realigning Cherry Street to the west. Yes, Cherry Street is to the north of it. I think I might be not where I want to be. I think I want to be over there. Run, Forrest! All right, that worked. It is cold. But that is a pretty spectacular view. Although the new CIBC towers are blocking the CN Tower. Tom says worst day of the year to be down here. Maybe from a weather point of view, but I think from a sky point of view, it's probably the best day of the year. I don't think we're gonna see a sky like that anytime soon. I got kind of lucky. I agree, Jeanette, but recording at twilight is really a crapshoot. Some days you don't get this nice purple, pink, glowing sky.
Yeah, if
Were you ever one to play hockey? I played hockey on Nintendo. I would choose 2 skinny guys, a medium guy, and a fat guy. If you remember the game ice hockey. It was not an accurate representation of hockey at all. What if you ran into Ken? Is Ken streaming right now? If he was, I could track him down, but right now we're going to head up to King Street, and I think I will jump on the 504 streetcar and start to head up to Broadview Station. These streetcars here, though, are going to be going westbound. Oh, sorry guys. Jenny Case's streetcar ride. Maybe we can stream a bit on a streetcar. SR Gotts, $10 for your next Popeye sandwich. Thank you, SR Gotts. So the distillery district is on the left, but we're gonna keep walking up Cherry Street. And if I'm not mistaken, Cherry Street turns into Sumac, which is a gorgeous street that cuts through the Cabbagetown neighborhood. So apparently I was not paying attention to where the sidewalk is. Wayne Gretzky's demolished for condos. So this is the Canary District on the right, and Corktown Commons is just over there. And that is the foot of Bayview Avenue. So I'm just on the east side of the distillery. Ooh, we still have a pretty sky tonight. Any Arby's in Toronto? Not that I know of. I think there's one in Pickering. There used to be one in the Southern Eaton Center food court. But when they merged everything into one mega food court, Arby's did not appear or reappear. And here on the right is where the Canary restaurant used to be, and that's where this whole neighborhood gets its name from, as the Canary District. And this was built as athlete housing for the Pan Am Games, and later it was turned into mixed housing between market rate condos and George Brown College student housing, as well as I think some geared rent to income units. So they created a mixed income neighborhood, and there's a YMCA in there as well. And there's also a very controversial old industrial building that the province signed a shady backroom deal on to have it demolished, and I don't think it was designated as having heritage status. So the developer rolled in to knock it down, and it took an enormous effort to get them to put the brakes on that. It's funny because the Ford government criticized the Wynne government for a lot of shady backroom deals, and yet they're of course no different. And that is just to the right here on Eastern Avenue. And the Funky Cube House is just here to the right. Mike Landry, $5. Thank you, Mike Landry. And thank you again for the transit pass for March. I have already used and abused the heck out of it. There's the 504A. And it looks like that's the 504B, which I want to take. Oh, just up ahead. Back-to-back streetcars. Don't! The good news is with King Street, you're never really waiting that long for a streetcar. Unless you're me trying to film that Johnny Stumbles video. where I literally walked faster than it took for one to actually catch up to me. But since I'm going to try to jump onto a streetcar, I'm going to put my mask on here. Oh, I think that was a streetcar I wanted to be on too. Don't! And Darth Johnny has appeared. Monica took the 504 today as well. Boom Graham, $6.99. Don't! Thank you, Boom Graham, for the $6.99 Canuck bucks. So I think the streetcar I want. Oh, there might be another one coming. Oh, that's a bus. Welcome to King Street East. I think the streetcar I want is coming. Change light. Stupid light. Buy a car in the city. That is not the best use of my money. Ooh, I like the cut of this person's jib. So here's the thing, if this streetcar is the B, I will jump on it. If it's the A, well, let's see. Where is this going? Oh, I think it says distillery on it. 504A. This is not the right streetcar. I better stand off to the side here, so let's pull out the Rocket Man app. Let's take a look at Rocket Man. What does Rocket Man say? What is this here? Oh, this is not in service bus. Not in service bus. I hope the streetcar doesn't think I'm getting on. Did he stop to let me on? I'm standing way off to the side here.
504A, King, to distillery. Please wear a mask or face covering arriving at CTC.
504A, towards distillery. Next one in 9 minutes. 504B, towards, oh. All right, guys, I have enough time to walk to the next stop. Funny dog. Truer words have never been spoken. The Queen Street streetcar is treacherous, but especially since they introduced the transit priority corridors, King Street's been a lot better. It was always better, but definitely these days. So it said the next 504B was coming up in 6 minutes, which gives me enough time to walk to the next stop. Have I been to Australia? No.
Yeah. So maybe they want to make sure they have like a
SR Gotts loves the streetcars. Have you ever dated a TTC driver? No. Johnny going back to buy a Ford. Maybe a Ford Pinata. I can hang from my ceiling and beat the crap out of. I did own a Ford car though. My first car ever. Well, it was a Mercury, but same.
Yeah, do you want it tomorrow? I think tomorrow we're fully free.
Oh, someone just waved at me. I was like, what kind of jerk would honk at me? I was clearly across the street, but I looked and it was a guy waving. Jeanette, $5, gotta cook dinner. Thanks for the stream, bye friends. Thank you, Jeanette, for hanging out and always being so friendly. Here comes a couple of they're really running buses down this part of King right now. But this might be my streetcar coming. So guys, if I cannot get a seat on my own on the streetcar, I will probably be quiet for the most part. I might even end the stream just because I don't want to invade anyone's personal space or be super awkward. But if we can get a quiet little spot, then I will just keep the stream going. So let's hope we can get a spot where we are alone. I think we're alone now. Ooh, look at this. What are you doing, Mercedes? Stay behind the streetcar. Sanjay, 99 cents. Woohoo! Streetcar stream. Hello, driver.
Stop. Carroll Street.
Thank you, Action VJ, for... Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Boy from New York. We are now entering the Riverside neighborhood. We are leaving downtown and entering Riverside / South Riverdale. And we'll be turning north up Broadview Avenue. Maybe we can get a look. We can't really see the Don River, but that's a look south. I think this is the best view we're gonna get. Sandra B, Mrs. Living in Toronto. Thanks for all my walks. Thank you, Sandra B. What time did you start the stream? I don't remember, but it was an hour and 30 ago. Olga, $5. Olga, thank you, Olga. Thank you very, very much. Do the streetcars help to clear the snow? Dylan Reynolds telling us what month we are in. Thank you, Dylan Reynolds. Without you, I would not know that we are in the month of March. There's the Broadview Hotel, formerly Jilly's Adult Entertainment Establishment. Hello, Olga. And now we begin our climb north up Broadview in Riverdale.
Next stop, Dundas Street East.
Next stop we have is, or we'll be passing through the East Chinatown neighborhood. And East Chinatown is featured on my video for tomorrow. Jack Bundle played pool at Jilly's. Is that all you played, Jack? Record shows my stream started 89 minutes ago. Mine says 1:30, but we might be on a bit of delay. Will you collab with Land and Tells? I don't know who that is. Tom Tim Tung, the man who reviews e-scooters and gave me an in-person $5 real-life super chat. Tom Tim Tung. Streetcars are not great to be behind in a car. That is true, but that's the reason why, like on St. Clair, they built the dedicated streetcar way. You're welcome, Tom Tim Tung. Sweetie Chang channel, watching from Taiwan. You know, if you search Taiwan 4K walks, one of the most viewed videos is a Johnny Strides that I did a long time ago. They do, Jack. And even after they tried to fix it, dummies still drive down it.
Next stop, Gerrard Street East.
Ooh, we're now in East Chinatown. Some would say best Chinatown. China wants Taiwan back. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get them back. I don't think they even had them to begin with. They may have an old claim to the island, but as a nation, they never had it. Walk and roast Chinese barbecue. There's really not more to see out there. What's your favorite Chinese dish? I would say gulo yok. I just passed by Masuma RJ's home. TP, $2. Thank you. Dylan Reynolds asking if I've been to the country of Taiwan. Yes, I have.
Next stop, Langley Avenue, Bridgeport Health.
Mr. Potato Head is now gender neutral. Why don't they just make a Mrs. Potato Head? And then a blank slate potato, which you can do whatever you want. That way you cover the spectrum of genders between Mr. and Mrs. I didn't know Mr. Potato Head was offensive to anybody. What phone plan are you using? We are using an expensive one.
Next stop, Withrow Avenue.
Next stop, Withrow Avenue. Van Buses Gaming hates how mad people get when they're outside. What's this? Where's Johnny going?
Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Whoa, stupid driver. We're gonna go take a look at the skyline, and then I'm gonna end the video. I do have my other camera with me. I'm thinking of doing a secret recording. I seem to be a bit earlier in the park than I thought I was going to be. You know what? That view of the skyline we had earlier tonight was 11 out of 10. But This one is 12 out of 10. I really would have liked to have been here with that skyline. Here's the part where I check to make sure my wallet, phone, and keys are in my pocket. I should have checked before I got off the streetcar. Thanks to the streetcar, we covered a heck of a lot of ground in a very short period of time. Linda, $6.99, thank you for taking us with you. I live in downtown Toronto and miss getting around the city. That sky though, that sky was remarkable, and right now, I don't think a live stream can do this justice. This is a phenomenal sight in person. And where I'm standing right now is the optimal place to stand to get a view, because you've got the CN Tower just to the left of Scotia Plaza. So what I'm going to do is end the stream, but we will do I will take a few pictures, and probably coming up over the next few days, some of the pictures I took on this walk will find their way to Instagram. So there's my dark little face. Thank you guys, thank you for sending a super chat or super sticker. Thank you to Mike. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Mike sent a very generous donation and tagged it to buy a March transit pass. Thank you to Bevy. We look forward to your next stream, Bevy YHZ. Thank you to Action VJ as well. The two mods I noticed in the chat tonight. If the other ones were here, thank you guys. You were silently lurking again. And very importantly, thank you to everyone for being on good behavior. I think this community is amazing. You guys are very much troll-free. Thank you to Mark. All right, guys, I'm going to close my mouth and we'll do some ASMR views of the skyline. Then in about a minute, I'm going to hit the end button. So this is the last you'll hear of me. Have a good night, everybody.